Good afternoon, students. So, in this unit, previously we saw this unit chlor and alkali industries. We saw Na2CO3, that is soda ash manufacturing. Now today, in same chapter, we'll see chlorine and caustic soda manufacturing. So both these products are produced in the same plant. So there will be a common process flow diagram wherein we obtain chlorine as well as caustic soda. They are being discussed in combination as they are produced as co-products in the electrolysis of brine. So the process flow diagram will mainly be electrolysis of brine. It accounts for about 80% of caustic soda production, and more than 95% of chlorine production in India is done by this electrolysis of brine process only. So here are the properties of chlorine as well as caustic soda, that is sodium hydroxide, NaOH. We have molecular weight, boiling and melting points of both these things. Grades of both are available. So chlorine we obtain generally in liquid form, and NaOH available in form of granules, flakes, lumps, pellets, whatever is the requirement of the consumer. And depending upon the grade, purity also varies. This is the consumption pattern of chlorine in India and the projected consumption for coming years. So this was during 1990, and projection was done for 1995 and 2000 respectively. This all digits are in 1000 tons. So this is this, for example, it means use of chlorine in pulp and paper industry in 1990 is 140,000. It is 1,40,000 tons. Same way, use of chlorine in different industries like paraffin wax, inorganic, organic chemical industries, water treatments, pharmaceuticals, etc. This is the consumption pattern. Next is the consumption pattern of caustic soda, that is sodium hydroxide. Again, they are in 1000 tons. As you can see, caustic soda finds applications in large varying industries, large number of industries. Further, we move on to the processes available for manufacture of chlorine and caustic soda. Most commonly and majorly used is electrolysis of brine, electrolytic process producing, that is 4.1.1 electrolytic process producing chlorine, sodium hydroxide and hydrogen as co-products, which accounts for 80% production of this product. 80% of caustic and more than 95% of chlorine. So this process uses two electrolytic cells. These can be used in combination or individually also. Diaphragm electrolytic cell and mercury electrolytic cell. Either of these can be used as the cell in our electrolysis. Next is chlorine processes without co-products. So these 4.1.2 are the processes of chlorine manufacturing. So 80% of chlorine is manufactured by electrolytic processes. Rest 20% are obtained or manufactured by these processes. That is HCl air oxidation, HCl air Cl2 oxychlorination, and nitric acid and NaCl air process, HNO3 NaCl air process. Then there are less than 5% NaOH processes with apart from the electrolysis process. The raw materials are 10 to 15% NaCl, depending upon the electrolysis cell we used. Depending upon, there are two cells which we can use, that is diaphragm cell and Mercury cell, or sometimes combination of both as well. Minor quantities of Na2CO3, that is soda ash, and NaOH for salt purification, and H2SO4 for Cl2 drying are required. Here is the process flow diagram of electrolysis of brine for production of chlorine and caustic soda. So this is a process combining diaphragm and mercury cell. A combination of both this cell is described in this flow diagram. As we can see, our main raw material, that is brine, is entering. Brine flows through pipelines, through a storage reservoir, and then to brine treatment system. Here, brine purifier is brine treatment system. Caustic soda, soda ash, and barium carbonate removes calcium, magnesium, and iron salts which would clog up the diaphragm. So brine purification removes hard salts which can cake up in the equipments. After this, the purified saturated brine is filtered and electrolyzed, and in the diaphragm cell it is moved here. It enters the diaphragm cell. This cell is operating at a temperature of 45 to 55% decomposition efficiency, and it discharges around 10 to 12% of caustic soda and same concentration of NaCl as well. The detailed working of this cell can be seen in the below figure here. Diaphragm cell. So this is the electrolysis of aqueous salt, that is our brine solution, by diaphragm cell. We can see chlorine is also released from this cell. So equal concentration of NaCl and around the same concentration of caustic soda, and now further go for multiple effect evaporation of around 50% caustic soda production. So we can see here, when it goes here in multiple effect evaporators, we obtained around 50% purified caustic soda, and this can be used as it is as per the applications. This grade can be used for concentration and purification purposes. This 50% caustic contains some impurities and byproducts like 2% NaCl and around not even 1%, 0.5% NaClO. So yes, this 50% caustic contains around 2% NaCl and around 0.5% NaClO. So this grade can be evaporated to produce around 73% NaOH liquor. Then to do that, we'll have to be the liquor from diaphragm cell is sent to dryer, where H2SO4 is used for the chlorine from the diaphragm. Sorry, not the liquor, the chlorine here. The chlorine, this chlorine from diaphragm cell is sent to dryer, and H2SO4 is used for chlorine drying, and liquid Cl2, that is liquid chlorine, after cooling it to up to minus 30 degrees Celsius, liquid chlorine is sent to storage. Further, this 50% caustic can be evaporated it is sent to centrifuge and then to salt saturator. After that, it can be converted to 73% NaOH, that is 73% caustic, and grades like flake or granular forms can be obtained. For that, we can see mercury cell can also be used. So after 50% caustic moves to salt saturator, it is filtered and sent to mercury cell. Mercury cell here works like this. Again, from mercury cell we can see that chlorine is obtained, and depleted brine is also obtained, which is sent to recycle stream. So the chlorine obtained is sent to the stream connecting to the dryer, and depleted brine here goes to the recycler, goes for recycling. Further, caustic from mercury cell is fused and evaporated to produce 70 to 73% caustic for direct sale or for storage, or as for concentration as well. So we obtain two products here. First is liquid chlorine, second is 50% caustic. We obtain caustic soda in two forms. First is liquid chlorine, next 50% caustic, and third is 70% caustic. So first, second, three things, two products and three grades, two grades of caustic and liquid Cl2 we obtain. Two cells we are using here, combination of diaphragm as well as mercury cell is used. Either one of them is also fine if the grade we require is only is fixed and only one grade of caustic is required. This was the most commonly used electrolysis of brine electrolytic process for chlorine caustic soda production. This is the process description of the process, this flow diagram we discussed. Again, this is all theory, advantages and disadvantages of using diaphragm cell as well as mercury cell. So mercury cell has pure 50% sodium hydroxide solution and pure chlorine gas, whereas the advantages of diaphragm are utilization of less brine, so less raw material, lesser cost and low voltage required. Similarly, both have some disadvantages as well as mentioned here. Next, here in place of cells we can also use membrane. Using membrane will change the flow sheet somewhat, and in place of diaphragm cells membranes will be placed. These are the workings of the two cells from our flow sheet. Next is the engineering problems in this process. So there are two main engineering problems here. First is choice of cell design and second is corrosion. So choice of cell depends largely on the grade of product we have to obtain, and depending on that the designing of the plant will also be affected. Mercury cell, membrane cell, diaphragm cell are used in India for production of caustic and chlorine. While membrane cell is most modern, energy efficient and pollution free, the conversion cost of existing mercury cell and diaphragm cell has become prohibitive. So membrane cell has emerged as newer modern process, but because since last 50-60 years we are using same process, so conversion cost of all those plants becomes a tedious as well as costly affair. Next is corrosion. Handling wet chlorine requires stoneware, plastic, glass, or rubber-lined equipment. Chlorine being corrosive material, and also we use sulfuric acid for chlorine drying. Even that can be corrosive. So to use these things, we need to use specific materials of constructions for those equipments. Even brine being salts, strong salts are corrosive at high temperatures, so corrosion becomes a major problem in these type of process. So time to time maintenance is required. So this was details about caustic soda and chlorine production, its process flow diagram, and major engineering problems in this process.